Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another recording session of Hearthstone. We've got a quest to trade out, let's do it. We've got a tavern brawl to do, and watch and learn. Watch and learn, let's see. Well, what to do. You know, what I think I should do with Watch and Learns is I should just start recording myself playing that as an experiment. We will do that today. So, I have just opened up Blizzard on my phone. I will turn down the volume. Opened up Hearthstone on my phone, which is logged into my second account. And we will give a tutorial as the other one, the name of my account, on how you get these watch and learns done easily. Come over here, we're going to hop into it. So surprisingly enough, I have like several other watch and learns for this account, but this account doesn't matter to me. It's never going to have as many cards or anything. In fact, I've only played up to the practice things and haven't even beaten a significant amount of cards. So I'm just going to play as mage against priest in solo mode. As soon as that starts, this guy is going to change to this, and we will start watching this. Here we go. Start spectating. So I'll just move the mouse out of the way. What's funny is the spectating actually is faster than
you asked for it.
Than the cell phone. I don't know if that's because of a processor on the cell phone or if it just makes some assumptions. So those actions were pretty fast. So you're now watching me spectate myself play the game, and let's just quickly get this done. I feel like this is probably gonna work the best as it could. It helps me stop losing days when we get these watch and learns. I can't trade out the watch and learns for other things. So I'm playing against the innkeeper, as you can see in the top left. This is practice mode. I could do this always, but it would be a mistake because I don't think it gives me gold for victories. But I haven't even played enough to unlock all the characters on this second account. It's worth mentioning, if anybody sent a friend request to my second account, I'm almost certainly never going to respond to that. That would be silly. This account is solely for watch and learn things. It's stupid that we have this system. It really is.
One shot.
The watch and learn just don't work unless you have 100 friends on here, and it punishes everybody who doesn't. Alright, deal 1 damage to all enemy minions. Oh, I can't do that because I'm playing on my phone. Oops. I looked up for a second to confuse myself. So yeah, that was silly. So I finished Sam and Max season 2. I do have to say, I don't know why I chose at this point, I have no clue why I chose to cover Sam & Max at all. It just doesn't strike me as a game that is worth covering. I think the original Sam & Maxes, if I can get those on Steam, I don't know if they'll even run. They're like DOS programs. If I covered them first, maybe that would have made more sense. But maybe also I could see that I confused myself in a sense. I convinced myself that it was a worthwhile venture just because there was so many slots filled up in my library. Because Sam & Max has technically 5 games. Now you're seeing it says that it hasn't ended. It has. So there was a little internet chugging there. Which really there shouldn't be any, considering this is all in my own local network. But whatever. Let's see, play that. Play that. Attack. Attack. In the turn. So yeah, I have a lot of Telltale games to cover, and I guess this Sam & Max was just the way it was labeled, since it broke each season into 5 sections. I had 15 lines there in my library that I suppose I subconsciously just wanted to get rid of.
They'll never know what.
So what's interesting here is that I just tried to play a minion that I can't play. It didn't bother to put up that notice in the spectating mode, so it makes you look like a better player than you actually may be. Here we go. And we've won. So there's our watch and learn. I think that's gonna kind of work. It's really stupid. I've actually just won my 5th practice game on this. 1, 2. Let's see. So technically I have a pack to open on my cell phone. 2, but I don't care about that account, so I just need to set my cell phone back into monitoring the recording, which is what I use it by default, using the OBS remote program. It's how I know how long I've been recording. Nothing was screwed up horribly. So. Holy fire. So I was watching Crip, who is a famous Twitch streamer for Hearthstone last night, and he had like ridiculously large amounts of dust, and I don't know what his goal is for all of that, whether he is specifically saving it to be able to, it's somewhere over here is where we are at as far as things we can make. So I'll just go ahead and skip to that page. No, Shaman's where we're already up to. So I don't know what he's saving his dust up to, but he seems to be saving it up to something. I don't know if he's planning on using dust to create all the gold versions of everything, or what. we've got some warrior to play. Well, actually, before we start the warrior to play, let's do the tavern brawl. So what's this week's tavern brawl? Battle of the builds. What's better, battle cry, death rattle, spells, or murloc? Make a deck, pick a side, and let's find out. Murlocs. Battle cries. I don't think it's death rattle, and I don't think it's really spells. So I'm gonna go with murlocs, the one I know better. But if we play as warrior, then what is this? Is this every warrior thing? Or is this... It has to have a battle cry, it has to have a spell. Interesting, so I think we've been limited here. Let's see. We can probably tell. Murloc. Well, this one has taunt, and this one has nothing. So yeah, it doesn't feel like we're limited at all. Well, fine. Let's just see if we can find our warrior deck and rebuild that. Hey, there's my arena run we did last recording session. Just automatically made it. Alright. So we have 2 execute and upgrade whirlwind. Yeah, whatever. So a 1 upgrade. There we are. Fiery war axe. And then cleave. Then 2 rampage. 2 cruel taskmasters. 2 explosive sheep. Mad bomber. Sparring partner. We do one of those. Fierce monkey. Let's see. One of those. Frothing berserker. One of those. Let's see. I'll grab the aspartate. One of those. Axe flinger. We don't have that. There it is. 2 X-Flingers. And then 2 of those. And then Abomination, Grim Patron. Grither Berserker will take 2 of those. Alright. So now we just need to go through this list again in the neutrals and fill in these holes that we didn't get. Let's see. We got all up to Mad Bomber, which was the 2 mana. Where is he? Explosive Sheep 2, we didn't get those. Those 2. So again, this whole system just sucks as if you just want to play your regular deck, and since they're not really limiting me here, there's no reason why I shouldn't be able to just play my other deck, my standard deck, and do it a lot easier than what I'm doing now. Let's see. We're looking for a 5, I think. Let's skip over the 5s. I probably missed something. Rebuilding this deck this is definitely not fun. This is definitely not useful. Let's see. Do we have the Alchemist? Abomination. We need Grim Patron. You know, it wouldn't probably be a bad idea to start thinking about rebuilding some of these decks or tweaking them a little bit. I'm not quite ready to do that, but yeah. There you go. So that took way too long to build the same deck I would have built anyways. And as far as I know, this Tavern Brawl is not going to change anything. If we can have every single card. Now they had a great opportunity there. They could have said, we are going to filter out all cards that are not either Battle Cry, Death Rattle, spells, or what was the last one? I don't even know. But the way it was described there kind of makes sense that, yeah, if you filter this out to just those cards, it would at least slightly change everyone's basic decks. Or almost everyone's basic deck. Alright, choose one. So, we get these. This is where your Death Rattle minions, whenever you play a spell, gain 3 armor.
What now?
Go Battle Cry minions. Let's go ahead and do that one.
Job's done.
This bonus is only for me. Interesting. So it's gonna just stick it here and keep it. Well, I'll probably be playing quite a bit of spells. And he goes with Death Rattle. So the question is, are we going to figure that out, or are we going to keep that information, or is that information going away very quickly? I think the information's going to go away pretty quickly.
I'll show them. I'll show them all.
So, in concept, this makes sense, but they've left it open for me to screw it up. Are we ready for that? No, let's go ahead and do this.
Job's done.
So what would be nice if this guy attacks here and dies, and this guy attacks there and dies. Well, let's see. I guess I could do this. Let's go ahead and do that.
Something up.
Oops. Didn't quite work the way I had planned, but whatever. I'd hoped it would have damaged one of these guys, and thus I could have played execute on them. So our reminders are gone. So, but not too hard to remember. Death Rattle on his side and spells on my side. Here we go. Plays Mirror Entity, fine by me. That's 4 damage to everybody now. Of course, this one's 5 damage. Ooh, that's no good.
Mind if I roll need? I feel icky.
So what I'll do is I'll play Cleave
I'm sorry.
and... Well, I could play this again. Just go ahead and play that again. I'm about to lose. Interesting. So, not as good as I would have liked. Let's try that again. What did I do wrong there? Not really a lot, I don't feel like. Yeah, so, like I was saying, I have no real idea now. I remembered that Sam & Max was a frustrating game when I first played it. And here I am playing it a second time, and it really isn't a game that deserves to be played twice in a lifetime. The story was heavily relies on surprising and shocking the player, and when you know even slightly how crazy it's gonna get, it has very little effect. And so I just shouldn't have covered it. But then again, I don't need to also just home into all my favorite games. I sorta kinda did that with Portal. Portal is probably one of my most favorite games ever, if not the most. Alright, we're gonna play against Murlocs.
Who's up for an adventure?
That's actually a very good Murloc option. Let's see, you get a 1/1 Murloc at the end of each turn. But I'm gonna go with Spell Bonus again. Alright. So, Spell, which gives me armor. Get 3 armor for every spell I cast. A weapon is not a spell technically, I guess, and but a coin is, oddly enough.
I hope you like my invention.
So now I desperately need to play Dishonored, and let's just be honest, I'm not super excited about playing it. It's not up there in something where it's not something I really want to play. I had trouble starting it when I first played it. I'm having trouble starting it the second time I played it. The only reason I'm covering it is because Dishonored 2 is about to come out. I need to get that footage out though, because A, it fills a time slot that is getting dangerously low of footage, and B, I need to, if there's any content ID things on it, I need to get those dealt with in a month in advance, so we don't have the situation that we had with like Lego, where the first half of it was all copyright disputed, so no monetization at all. Now, it doesn't seem like I probably suffered too much from that, but I probably did.
Ready to flee.
Job's done.
I'm gonna lose again. Wonder if you should just choose the Murlocs anyways. Regardless. Even if you're not playing a Murloc deck. I could certainly make a Murloc deck and quickly change it around, because we're not making a lot of progress here.
Practice makes perfect.
Stop moving!
Job done.
Yeah, I don't see how I'm gonna pull this out and win. I've decided to cover the game stacking as the intermediary, as the intermission to Salmon Max Season 2 and Salmon Max Season 3. It's not technically a point-and-click adventure, but it has a lot of the style, and it takes a new twist on it that I think will be a little interesting to show how, by adding a new element, a new gameplay mechanic to it, you can still have those puzzles without it becoming ridiculously running into the constant problems that point-and-click adventures have. Let's try again. This sucks. This sucks. I have to admit it. My warrior deck probably is awful, but I'm also just, I don't know, I'm just in a losing streak, I guess, not really doing anything. It's so much easier to win when you're watching yourself win in a practice mode. I suppose, in theory, I could just, if I was desperate, running out of time, if it was 5 minutes to midnight, I could just play practice mode and get the quest done. I haven't ever done that, but it is something I suppose I could do. But it's not something I would want to do, because you won't get the extra 3 gold, and it's not going to improve my ability to play very much playing practice mode. None of them. Should I go with Death Rattle, guys? The Death Rattle guys. I think I have slightly more spells than that, so. So, I mean, that's not terrible to do something like that on the first turn, have 3 armor and a 1/2 axe. What was the one they chose? Battle Cry? Let's see. If we play this, damage this guy, play this, and then do this, we're already up to 8. See, the strategy should work. It should, in theory, work. I'm at 38, he's at 28. Let's see.
Ready your lance, Kerr.
In the turn, we'll start inspiring every turn, increasing my attack. Although I may just need to take this guy out. Darn it. Fine. You want to play that way? We'll play that way. We'll do this, then this, and then... Let's go ahead and hit the base. 1. silly, I know, but I'll do it anyways. Next turn, I'm gonna try and play Grim Patron and attack this guy. That's ideally what I want to happen.
I wonder.
He's playing a lot of sap cards. Well, that's the two of them right there. So we need a new solution. This and this. And do we want to kill this guy? Or do we want to end the turn? Let's just end the turn. So, try to play this again, start to get the attack up. He must have no cards whatsoever. It really must be really, really low. I don't even understand what he just did. Why he did that? Okay, whatever. This. Then this.
Makes perfect.
And this. And we'll end our turn. Now I'm hoping he just screws up. I hope he takes this guy to attack this guy, then this guy to attack this guy. Well, that was kind of stupid. There was better ways to do that. There was definitely better ways that you could have done that. I should probably take this guy out, just so it doesn't get unwieldy. This, and this, and hit the face in the turn. I think we're in a face race now, and I think we're gonna win. So he must have deadly poison. He must have another blade whirlwind if he was planning on doing that. This guy. Let's see. This guy. Let's go ahead and attack the face. Everything we've got. We've already won, so let's go ahead and just play this for fun.
Everyone, get in here! Everyone, get in here!
So was there a significant help with that bonus? Not really. a little bit of help, but not a significant amount. And we've got one of the 5 quests we need to get done. That is nice. We've been going 35 minutes, and that's where I'm going to end this recording, because we're doing shorter recordings now. Another hungry crab, which I think I'm pretty sure I already have 2 of those. So disenchant 3 of those cards. Interesting. So which 2 cards did I not have 2 copies of? I didn't have 2 copies of Hungry Cab. I didn't have Hungry Crab, not Cab. That will be funny. They could start doing that. They could make an expansion, maybe not the next one, but the one after the next one, where they just had joke versions of things. That was like Hungry Cab, and it was a taxi cab with a mouth. I mean, you could do that, but I don't know if they'd really want to do that. They're still trying to keep everything mostly serious here. So, anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps me out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right is a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.